Hey guys, this is Charlie with CompetitiveEdgeProducts.com. We wanted to put together a brief video for those of you who are considering buying a lifetime storage shed. Before purchasing it, there's a couple things you might want to be aware of. This is based off of years of experience and a lot of questions from customers over the years. This video will address the following. If you have neighborhood covenants, local county or city zoning restrictions, what you can put your storage shed on, wood, pavers, cement, we'll go over that briefly. What does my shed come with? How does delivery work? Do they call me? Who installs this? Do you guys do installation? And what if something's damaged or defective or missing? And years down the road, what happens if something goes wrong? How does the warranty work? Let's get started. The first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that you can put the shed on your property. There may be local city ordinances, county restrictions, neighborhood covenants that don't allow a certain color or a certain size. There's county ordinances that require that you put it a certain number of feet away from your property. A lot of customers don't pay attention to that and it works out just fine, but it doesn't hurt to call your city office building to find out. In the many years that I've been dealing with this, there's only a couple counties that I've ever run into in Florida that don't allow lifetime sheds due to the wind rating. In the 15 plus years that we've been selling the lifetime storage sheds, we've found that in 99% of cases, customers don't run into issues with wind. And you know your climate best. Tornadoes and hurricanes can take down homes, so it can certainly take down a shed. But we found that 65 miles per hour, which is the rating on most of the lifetime storage sheds, is more than adequate for most climates. If you need extra protection, it is available on a lot of the lifetime sheds, not all of them, so you'll want to check with us if you're interested. But this picture on the right shows the extreme weather kit. All of the sheds include roof trusses, and the ones that are included in this particular example are grayed out. So there's an extreme weather kit, which are the darker pieces that are not grayed out. It adds those to your existing structure to improve the wind speed from 65 to 94 miles per hour. Do the lifetime storage sheds include a floor? You bet they do. They all include a plastic floor, and almost all of them include this wood grain look that you can see. It's kind of textured to look like wood. So the floor is included, but what are you going to put it on? Before we discuss what to put it on, keep in mind that the footprint size is going to be different than the advertised size of the storage shed. So an 8x10 storage shed takes up the widest width 8x10. So that includes the roof overhang. So the actual footprint is going to be close to 2 inches shorter on each side. And we have those dimensions if you want to see for the particular shed you're considering, but the footprint's slightly smaller. The manufacturer recommends either putting it on a concrete slab, as shown here in the photo on the left, or a wooden base, as shown in the photo on the right. Of course, concrete's going to be a bit more expensive than wood, and that's probably the most intimidating part of putting the sheds together. A lot of customers feel like they can put these together themselves, but they're not totally confident that they can pour concrete or that they can build a wooden base. The nice thing about both options is that the instruction manual shows you exactly how to do both. The wooden base, for example, is treated 2x4s with treated plywood, and it shows you exactly how to cut them, what lengths, how many 2x4s to purchase. It even tells you how many nails to buy. It's done really, really well. And if you want to take a look at the instruction tab to see, click on the instruction tab for the shed you're looking at, and it's generally on about page 6, 7, or 8. So now that we've established that it does include a floor, even though you need to put it on a concrete slab or a wooden base, how do you know what else your storage shed comes with? Basically, it comes with everything you see in the photo. It includes the roof, the walls, the doors, any windows shown, the airflow vents. But we try to make this graphic on all of the listings so you can kind of compare apples to apples. If you're considering two different models, you can just compare the two different graphics. But you can see in this example, it comes with a 90-inch shelf, 2 shelves that are 30 inches wide, 2 corner shelves, and so forth. So who installs the storage shed? They come completely unassembled, and they are designed for the homeowner to assemble. You don't necessarily need a contractor if you hire this out. Generally, any handyman can put this together, but you do want to make sure that they know what they're doing, I guess. They're not very difficult to assemble. I encourage you to take a look at the instruction manual. The instruction manual, by the way, they're generally close to 100 pages, but it's really nice because it breaks out each and every step to try and make it as easy as possible. Each of the storage sheds should have a link right there that says instructions. Click on that and you can look at the instructions. Keep in mind, and I'm sorry about this, a lot of the instruction manuals are done in 2 different languages, so the instruction manual can be a little bit longer than necessary. And of course, the instruction manual is included in the box, and it's included on the top box. When you receive delivery, you'll wonder which box it's in. It's on the very top. So if you don't have the time to put this together, like I said, most people put it together themselves, but some people don't have the time and they have extra resources and they simply want to hire it out. Facebook Classifieds is probably the most popular way to find a local installer. Like I said, you don't necessarily need a contractor. If you're doing the concrete work, a contractor might be a good idea, but if you already have that or you're doing a wooden base, generally any handyman can do that. So if you hop on your local Facebook Classifieds group for your neighborhood or your town or city or whatever, you can often post something in there that says you're looking for somebody who's experienced in putting together storage sheds. Make sure you mention that it's the plastic kind, because those are generally faster and easier for them to install than, say, a wooden one or a metal one. But also you can check Home Advisor and Angie's List. They also have rated installers, so you can look at their reviews and make sure you get somebody good. So let me share with you briefly my experience having helped several of my neighbors on my street assemble their lifetime storage sheds. I have a couple tips that I like to share with customers. The first tip I have is to have 3 adults, a minimum of 3. 3's great. 3 can get you by. If you have 4, 5, that's great. I don't think I'd go over 5. The more people you get, the more confusing it can actually be, and people start skipping ahead and think that they know exactly how to put together the next part in the step, and then you just have to undo it, because it's not just doing it right. You actually have to do it in the order in the owner's manual. So the owner's manual is great. It just has everything broken down step by step. So if you start at the beginning and just go through in order, you'll be done in no time. The first neighbor that I assisted in putting theirs together, they already had the wooden base done, but the storage shed, and it was an 8x15, took us probably about 4 or 5 hours with 3 adults, and it was very easy. It wasn't bad at all. Funny thing is I talk to so many customers, and sometimes a customer will call in saying that they're missing a part, and we put in a replacement order only to have them call back and say that they found it. And ironically, that happened to me assisting this couple that I was helping with their storage shed. We lost one of the hardware and found it a few minutes later, fortunately. So make sure you keep track. I definitely don't recommend just busting open all the packages of all the hardware. Just keep the hardware in the bags. And the nice thing about the instructions is it tells you exactly which bag of hardware you need. It tells you which bolt you need, or screw you need, for example, and then it will tell you what bag it's in. So it's done really well. It's worth reading through the instructions once before you assemble it. Their storage shed, by the way, has been up probably for about 4 or 5 years now, through some pretty harsh winters, some pretty crazy windstorms, and they absolutely love it. Now let's talk about delivery. These are, of course, much too big for UPS or FedEx, so they go on a motor freight carrier, meaning they come on a semi-truck. The freight company does call to set up a delivery appointment. Somebody does have to be there to sign for it. They call you a day or so in advance, and we also email you the tracking information just as soon as it goes out, so you can see that it's on its way. If your storage shed qualifies for free delivery, and most of them do, that's officially curbside delivery. We try to keep our prices as low as possible, so we don't add white glove or inside delivery or anything like that. They simply put it at the end of your driveway. They generally have a pallet jack where they can roll it where you want to, but officially they're only required to leave it at the end of your driveway. Again, please keep in mind that the driver will not bring it inside or around back. And the boxes are kind of heavy. They're about 200 pounds. Most customers do not lift them and move them themselves. They simply open the boxes up and carry an armful of panels to the backyard or wherever you're putting it together. To find out what the lead time is for your particular shed, take a look underneath the price, and it should have an in-stock message and give you an estimated window for delivery. You'll notice also there's a row of tabs that give you more information. This is the shipping tab. Once you click on that shipping tab, it will scroll down automatically to the shipping section, and it will give you more details on delivery. Although it's rare, it is possible that the freight company can damage your storage shed. It's very rare because it's not moved around by drivers picking things up and setting them down and conveyor belts and stuff like that. It's moved around by forklifts. So if it is damaged, which is rare, it's usually pretty bad. But we're happy to help. If anything goes wrong, please give us a call. We have a US-based customer service center that's ready to help with any issues. Just give us a ring at 866-308-5484. We'll send out any boxes that are damaged or any parts. We'll make things right. Unless advertised differently, lifetime storage sheds have always been 10 years, which is awesome because 10 years, it means that it's designed to last well past 10 years. It's a minimum of 10 years. So if you have any questions or you run into any issues with the storage shed and need to exercise the warranty option, here's what you'll want to do. Basically, you'll need to hunt down your receipt, and if you order from us, we keep a copy for your warranty purposes. You'll need to provide a description of what happened and then a couple photos. It's pretty simple, it's pretty forthright. To find out exactly what's covered under the warranty, you'll want to look at the warranty description in the owner's manual. But basically things like a tree branch in a snowstorm breaking off and crushing this shed, things like that aren't covered. Fortunately, they carry replacement parts, so you don't have to replace the entire shed. But if it cracks or chips or peels or a weld comes undone or something like that, that's something that's covered under warranty and you'll want to give them a ring. Lastly, we want to invite you to review the storage shed. Hop on our website, find the product, click on the review button, and let everybody know how you like the storage shed. We're confident you're going to love it. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please go ahead and hit the like button. And if you have any questions, please let us know. We're happy to help. Thanks for watching.